Most days all I think about is money. Well, money and real estate. Actually, money, real estate, and the economy. So, capitalism. Of course, I think about inflation a lot. The stock market, dividends, dollar cost averaging, the time value of money, the miracle of compound interest, IRAs, Roth IRAs, retirement, death, and taxes. But that's really where it ends. Billionaires. I think about billionaires all the time. Mainly how they shouldn't exist, like for wealth inequality's sake. $999 million not enough for you? There should be a law against politics. Politics is on my mind constantly. I don't talk about it generally on this platform because it's just too much. Left versus right, Republicans and Democrats, the cognitive dissonance, science versus religion, reality versus fiction, evidence versus research, love, bigotry, empathy, narcissism, war and peace. It's a lot, but it always comes back to money, doesn't it? Money and politics, they're two sides of the same coin, pun intended. Because capitalism's not a thing, it's a system, and it requires a culture to implement that system. And our culture, any culture, is subject to the ebbs and flows of its politics. They're inextricably linked. Inextricably is a 5-syllable word. Here's another 5-syllable word: volatility. Capitalism hates volatility. It's bad for business. Predictability, that's a 6-syllable word. That's much better. So if we can all just put our heads down and focus on the work that's right in front of us, concentrate on taking care of ourselves and our family and our community, then maybe we've got a shot. But we can't. We can't focus. We can't concentrate because, well, of another issue I spend a lot of my day contemplating: social media and the debilitative psychological hold that its increasingly insidious algorithms have on our attention. Even if you don't use social media, everybody else does. So this is a problem for you. It's a dilemma, pickle perpetrated by a pack of megalomaniacal tech companies who, in their lust for the almighty advertising dollar, have sorted us into neatly divided, isolated subsets of consumers for marketers to more precisely target. The result being that we find ourselves in virtual echo chambers, silos of comrades and confirmation bias. And this isolation foments distrust of all the other silos, leading to offline, real-world, sometimes violent consequences, inculcating into the system volatility. The very 5 syllables that are incompatible with the orderly, predictable business of doing business. And for what? What's their endgame? To reduce the whole of humanity into ones and zeros so that they can make, with speed and efficiency, even more money? Yeah, that's probably what it is. And I'm just as culpable because I went along with it. I'm still going along with it. This Faustian deal we all entered into. It's a binary bargain with a digital devil signed in artificial ink. Our humanness, our natural emotions converted to strings of code, pulled on and tugged at will by a mechanized puppeteer. Outrage, indifference, hate equals engagement equals dollars. It's autonomous, weaponized, artificially intelligent, psychological warfare on a mass scale heretofore unseen on this earth. We're not in charge anymore. Assassinated by electronic ephemera. We're now specters at the feast of our own funeral, singing our own deconstructed dirges, offering up our own AI-crafted eulogies. Ashes to algorithmic ashes, dust to digital dust. So that's what I think about most days. Then at night, I dream of a better world. And sometimes, in the mornings, when I wake up really early, there's a thought in my head that lasts for a moment. Maybe today is the day we begin to turn it all around. We put people before profits, causes before cash grabs, the earth before earnings. And we wake up to the wisdom that connection is not a commodity. It's a purpose. And I fight to hold on to that thought, that hope, for as long as I possibly can. Sheltering beneath it in my mind, like an underpass in a hurricane.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me.
Underpass in a hurricane. Damn, Scott.
5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything.